Good morning, I'm Milisha Shrestha, and today I will present on Google Analytics, which is a very powerful tool used worldwide in order to analyze website and app performance. Whether you are running a blog, a business website, or an e-commerce store, knowing how the users interact with your site is very essential. And Google Analytics helps us to collect, track, and interpret this data so that we can make better decisions and improve our digital presence. So, what exactly is Google Analytics? It is a free web analytics service offered by Google. It helps the website owners and businesses understand how the users are behaving on their website. For example, it collects data like where our visitors are coming from, which pages they visit, how long do they stay, and whether they take certain actions like clicking on buttons or making purchases. With this information, we can then optimize our website, create better user experiences, and even improve the marketing strategies. Today, Google Analytics is used by approximately 44 million websites worldwide. Now, the evolution of Google Analytics. Google Analytics has gone through several changes over the years. It all started in 2005 when Google acquired a company called Origin Software. That became the base for what we know today. In 2012, Google launched Universal Analytics, which gave the users better tools and tracking options. Then, in 2020, Google introduced Google Analytics 4 or GA4. This version was built for a changing internet, one with more mobile uses, cross platform journeys, and stronger privacy regulations. And finally, in 2023, GA4 fully replaced the Universal Analytics, becoming the standard for all the new users. So, how does Google Analytics actually work? First, a small piece of JavaScript tracking code is added to every page of our website, and when a user visits our site, then this code collects data from their browser, such as their location, device, time spent, and pages visited. This data is then sent to Google server where it is processed and then displayed in our analytics dashboard. From there, we can explore the reports, see the trends, and use the data to make improvements to our website or app. Now I'll talk about few key features of Google Analytics 4. One of the most important feature of GA4 is its event-based tracking model. In the old version, we could only track hits like page views and sessions, but now with the GA4, we can track every interaction like clicks, scrolls, purchases, etc. as events. And this makes Google Analytics more flexible. We can track exactly what matters the most to our business. For example, how many users submit a contact form or how many users click add to cart. Similarly, another important feature is the cross platform insights. Google Analytics combines the data from the website as well as the mobile apps, allowing us to see the complete customer journey across the devices and platforms in one report. Next feature is its real-time reporting. So GA4 shows us what's happening on our website or app right now. We can see how many users are active, what they are doing, and where they are coming from in real time. And this helps us to react quickly to any trends or issues that might arise in our business. Similarly, another crucial feature is the predictive metrics offered by Google Analytics. So GA4 uses AI to predict future behavior like purchase probability, and we can this helps us to take proactive actions. The last feature is the integration with Google Ads. GA4 can seamlessly connect with Google Ads to better track the conversions, optimize the ad performance, and retarget the users more effectively. When talking about Google Analytics, we often hear about metrics and dimensions. So, what exactly are they? Metrics are simply numbers. They tell us about how many people visited our website, how long they stayed, or how many times a video was watched. On the other hand, dimensions are descriptive. They tell us about what kind of device was used, which country the user came from, or which page they visited first. And when we combine the metrics with the dimensions, then we can get deeper insights. For example, we can see how long the users from mobile devices in Kathmandu spent on our homepage compared to the desktop users in Pokhara. Now let's take a quick look at the GA4 interface. The image that I have attached in this slide shows the homepage or the dashboard of the Google Analytics. This is the first screen that we see after logging into GA4. The homepage provides a high-level summary such as it shows the total users, the engagement rate, revenue, etc. And on the left side of the dashboard, we can see that there are several tabs like Reports, Explore, Advertising, and Configure. First, the Report tab. This is the main section for viewing data and user activities. As you can see in the attached image, report section is divided into two major categories: overview reports and the real-time reports. Overview reports are divided into four standard categories, and they are acquisition, engagement, monetization, and retention. Acquisition shows us where our users are coming from, like whether they are from Google, social media, or direct. Engagement provides us insights on what the users are doing on our website or app. It includes views, page views, and events. Similarly, monetization is basically the revenue from the purchases, ads, etc. And the retention shows how often the users return to our website or app. Now, real time report. Real time report shows what's happening on our website or app. It shows us the current users and their location, devices, pages they are viewing, and the live events. The image attached in this particular slide is of the Explore section. Explore section is where we create custom reports and perform in-depth analysis by using different charts and tables. And for the analysis, we can use different techniques like funnel exploration, path exploration, or segment overlap groups. Funnel exploration simply tracks step by step user journeys. Path exploration sees what the users do after a specific event, and segment overlap compares different user groups. Another important section of the Google Analytics is the advertising section. If we have linked with the Google Ads, then this section will show us the performance of our ad campaigns. It also shows the conversion paths and attribution models. Basically, the advertising section helps us to understand how the ads are contributing to the conversions. The last section of the Google Analytics is the Configure section, and this Configure tab is where we manage our events and mark the most important ones as conversions. It includes different aspects like events, conversions, audiences, custom definitions, and debug view. Now that we have gone through a basic interface of the Google Analytics, I'll describe in short about how to set up a Google Analytics account. It is a very simple process. First, we have to go to analytics.google.com and create a new account and GA4 property. Then we will receive a unique tracking ID and code. We have to add this code to our website, usually in the header section. If we use tools like Google Tag Manager, then the setup becomes even more easy and more flexible. After that, we can set up our events and mark specific actions like purchases or sign-ups as our conversion goals. Finally, we can test our setup by checking the real-time report to make sure that data is flowing correctly. Now let's look at the many benefits offered by Google Analytics. First, Google Analytics helps us to understand our audience, who they are, where they are from, and what devices they use, as well as how they interact with our site. Second, it shows us how people find our website through Google search, social media, email campaigns, or paid ads. Third, it helps us to improve our user experience by showing where the users drop off or which pages have high bounce rate. And finally, it helps us to measure the success of our business goals, such as increasing the newsletter sign-ups or in online sales. With this information, we can make smarter marketing decisions and achieve our business goals more efficiently. While Google Analytics is a great tool, it is not perfect. One of the major challenges is that GA4 has a new structure, so it might be confusing at first, especially for people who were used to universal analytics, so it has a learning curve. Another challenge is the privacy. Because of laws like GDPR, websites must ask for user consent now before tracking, and this may limit the data collected. Similarly, another challenge is that in large websites, Google Analytics may use data sampling. It means that some numbers may be estimate, so it may not reflect accurate results. To conclude, Google Analytics is a very powerful and free tool that gives us deep insights into how the users interact with our website or app. Yes, there may be a learning curve, but the benefits far outweigh the challenges. Thank you.